2008 Volkswagen Jetta. We're doing a front brake pads. First thing you want to do is just pop this up on a spot here and here, and then that way you'll be able to gain access to the brake reservoir cap, and just loosen that up. See? And that's it. And then next you jack up the cart. Alright. Now let's jack up the vehicle. See it, here we go. Now let's remove these 5 17mm lug nuts. One, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Next, we're going to move this clip here. Just peel forward and it'll come right off. There you go. And now we're going to push this piston in. Let's try to get behind the rotor first, like so. Hold on. There you go. And now I'm going to get behind this brake pad here. Just push that brake pad in, or piston in. Now we're going to move these two caps. There's one cap on top and there's one on the bottom right here. And now we take our 7mm hex. I think it's a 7. Let's see. Yep, 7mm hex bit, and we're going to break these two bolts free. Top one, and here's the bottom one. There you go. Okay. Now, I think this one's still in there. Here we go. Go. Now we can remove this brake pad here. There we go. There's the one with the sensor, and you just disconnect the sensor like so. Come on, girl. No. Alright. Now we're disconnecting the sensor like so. And next I'm gonna take these two guide pins out, and I'm gonna push the rest of this piston in. Okay, now let's take the old brake pad. Now let's push this piston in some more. There we go. I'm gonna get a bungee cord so it can hang from the spring here. There we go. So now I got that out the way. Now I'm gonna take off this caliper bracket here so we can clean that up and you know, get some lube on it and make sure everything looks nice. All right, let's break these free. There you go. That's the bottom. Here's the top. Here's the top. There's the top. Now, let's clean up this bracket. Alright, now we're gonna clean up this bracket. See if that's good? Yep, they're pretty good. Anti-seize. Try to slow down the rust. And now we're going to clean up these guide pins. Before I put this caliper bracket back on the knuckle here, I want to actually clean off this caliper some. Careful not to damage the boot. All right. Now we're going to take this brake caliper bracket, move these two 21 millimeters. And just place it on a knuckle, and I start the threads by hand. There we go. And tighten these down. Then next, we're going to torque these. Okay. Here we go. Next, I'm going to apply some brake lube to this backing plate here. It's too slow backing plate, I'm sorry. Alright. And next, get the sensor out of the way. I try to get some around here where the piston will be. Here we go. Now here's the brake pad. Let's place it like so. There we go. Now let's take a caliper. Get the bungee cord out the way. And place this brake pad inside the piston. Like so. Let's see here. There we go. Come on, girl. There we go. And now let's put this brake caliper. Make sure it lines up on the ears of the brake caliper bracket, like that. Have this over here. Move our bungee cord, and then now let's go to our guide bolts. I'm gonna add some anti-seize to them. Just a light amount of anti-seize. See here, just to line up that guide bolt and to start the threads by hand. And we'll do the same thing to the bottom. Bottom one's down here. Alright, let's start the threads by hand. Looks like that's going in. Here she go. And these get like 26 foot-pounds or hand tight. Just make sure it's tight. Go. And then next we got to put our hardware back on. I got some new hardware, so I like to start the top and then get this bottom pin in, keep my finger pushed in. Well, once I get it in, see here, there we go. Nope. It's okay if it takes just a couple tries. It takes a couple tries. There we go. Now that's in. I just do light taps to make sure it's in. Once you're done that, let's take the sensor here. There's actually supposed to be a clip that lines up, but for now, I guess this is what he's doing. Putting it behind here. So it doesn't go anywhere for the most part. And now we're going to put our dust covers back on. One up top and one at bottom, and now we're going to put the wheel on. This wheel on. Is that in there? That's in there. Start by hand. There we go. Let's tighten these down. Alright, and now we're going to torque 90 to 100 foot-pounds. Here we go. Here we go. And you do the same thing to the other side, and I see you guys on a test drive. And once you're done that, you just put the cap back on. There you go. Okay. Now we're in here. He's changing out the radio, so excuse the missing radio. Next, you start the car. Pump the brakes till it firms, and then take off the parking brake. The trunk's open. I have to make a U-turn. To get out of this spot here. Let's take it for a quick test drive. Actually, I'm gonna make a left. Water bottle. Was pretty good. Alright guys, always remember, for better, faster service, Quick Fix here. Thank you guys.